It has been a hot minute since we've done a product review on this channel, so today we'll be doing just that. We will be reviewing the ANCEL. Now, this is a device that you plug in and it'll tell you what the check engine light code is and all that kind of stuff. So, as for most of my audience, you have a 24 or 25 Tacoma that's still under warranty, but the good thing about this tool is it works on pretty much every vehicle out there. So if you're like me and have more than one vehicle, it'll come in super handy. And eventually, as much as we want to deny it, the warranties will eventually run out on these brand new trucks when they're not new anymore. And unless you want to drive to AutoZone or Advanced Auto Parts for them to read the code, or you don't want to go to the dealership to have them read it, this will come in super handy. It's affordable. It works really well. So we're going to go ahead and kind of do an unboxing to see exactly what you get. And then we'll see it in action. Now, one thing that's really cool about this, most scanners, you just plug them in and you have to use the interface that is on the device itself. But the cool thing about this one, it's a more upgraded model. It literally has an app that you can download and get all the data Bluetooth directly onto your phone. So you don't have to use this interface if you want something a little more sleeker or bigger, easier to read. That's one thing that comes in super handy. So we'll go ahead and do an unboxing, see exactly what you get, and then we'll put it to the test and see exactly what it does. And at the end of the video, I'll make a determination if this is something that's actually worth buying or not. Let's go ahead and see what actually comes in the package. So this will be a little bit of an unboxing. We have the actual device. So we can see it has these nice buttons here. This is the nice screen. Has this nice metal thing on the back. And of course, this is where you hook it up under the dash. And we have the owner's manual. So it has all the steps that you need in here on how to run the device, the options that it has, all that cool stuff. One thing that's really nice is it has a QR code for you to scan to download the app, because this is Bluetooth. So you can control it with this, but also with your phone, which is really nice. And we also have charging, and this is something that you can connect to the air vent. So you can, this will stick to the back of there. It's magnetic. So you can stick this in the vent for your AC. That way you can actually have it showing you data in real time as you're driving. So that's super nice. And it just comes right off because it's magnetic. So overall, it's very minimal packaging, not a ton of stuff that goes with it, which is good. So let's go ahead and plug it in and see how it works. The first thing you want to do is plug it in. As far as where it plugs in at, you'll see right here, this is for the hood. It literally plugs in right back there. So once that's plugged in, it will automatically power the device. So this is what we can see. We have 4 different options here. You can kind of navigate through it. We'll go ahead and see what's in here. Entering system. It gives you some details. It has different ECUs that you can select from. So let's go ahead and just pick the second one. Read codes, erase codes, data stream, freeze frame, evap system test, and vehicle information. Let's go ahead and just read codes and see if there is any. Yeah, let's see if there's any current codes. No fault codes, which is expected with a new truck. Let's see what vehicle information we have here. Processing. Calibration verification. Okay. Let's see. Let's go back. Okay. So yeah, we will exit the diagnostic. Let's see what's over in meter. Okay. Oh, this is cool. So it shows you the RPMs. Oh, I like that. We also have a few other readings here. All right. So this is cool. RPM versus VSS. Let's see, max, minimum, speed, RPM, okay. Hybrid engine just took over, so the gas engine shut off, which is why we're seeing the RPM as 0, even though the vehicle is still technically turned on. So that's kind of a neat feature of the hybrid. All right, let's see what's in here. Okay, so this is nice. It has all the different things here. Background, indicator lamp, fuel, evap, air. So it gives you access to a lot of stuff in this truck that you regularly wouldn't be able to get access to unless you actually had something here. And then this is just like the features for this device itself, where we can see the language, tool information, sleep, feedback. So there you have it. That is what you can access on this device. Now let's go ahead and hook up we'll download the Bluetooth device and see exactly what that gets us on our phone. But overall, this is super nice, great for reading codes. Honestly, if you're not someone that's like big into apps, that's not something you necessarily have to do. You can access everything you need through this device. But just for the purpose of this product review, we will download the app and see what we think of it. We've went ahead and downloaded the app. It was super easy to install. It connects through Bluetooth. There's no real hard stuff to connect to it. So looking at the app, these are all the different options we'll have. So let's just go ahead and kind of look in some of them here. It kind of gives you some information. We have lookups, different codes to look up, the make and model. You can even use this as a flashlight, which is great. Feedback, you can provide feedback for the app. We have different reports. We have diagnostic. That's where more than likely you'll probably go, so we can do like a self-test. You can see it's doing a diagnostic in progress. We can see it's running through this and checking out everything. And the device itself is plugged in. See, that was super quick, already finished. It's giving us some information here. We'll go ahead and return. You can also check for trouble codes. Of course, there's no trouble codes on this Tacoma because it is brand new, but you also have the ability to clear codes and rescan. So, like I mentioned before, you can access this. You can put this on any car. It's not just for the Tacoma, which is great. So it diagnosed a ton of different things here. You can see the engine RPMs, the vehicle speed. You can change this to miles per hour if you need to. The coolant temperature, the voltage, how long it's been running, when it was last cleared, number of warm-ups, distance traveled, the engine, calculated load, throttle position, and it's now switched into hybrid mode, so some of those things have dropped. Freeze frame, no freeze frames. Gives you a dashboard of RPMs, which is currently at 0 because it is in the hybrid mode. And vehicle information, different IDs, do different trips, gives you information there. Start time, highest speed, average speed, number of rapid brakes. So there is just an absolute ton of information in this app. And then there's like a battery test, so you can kind of see exactly how much battery you have, and it'll do like a little graph here to show you. So there's just a ton of information in here. You can use the app itself if you don't want to deal with the actual device, or the device, once you have plugged in, you can use that. So this is the app, has a ton of different features. Overall, it's really good, intuitive, and easy to work. Let's talk final thoughts. So is this a product that I would recommend? After being able to play around with the device itself, as well as the Bluetooth, or as well as the app that it comes with, yeah, I think it is. For a price well under $100, I think that it provides valuable information. The cool thing about this app is, unless you only drive a Tacoma, there's still a need for it. And even if you do drive a brand new truck and you get a check engine code and you're like, man, I don't have time to take a dealership, let me just see what's wrong with it real quick before I take it in. This tool can be super helpful for that. So I like that it's very sleek, modern, easy to plug in, starts right up. The app is very intuitive. There's a lot of features. There's a lot of details. Like even looking at the device itself, going through all the different screens, seeing all those different things, like there's still a ton to learn about it and a ton of information that it will feed you that you don't have access to otherwise. So that can be super helpful. Overall, I think this is a really great tool. I'll throw a link in the description. So if you are interested, check it out. It's one of their top selling products. Definitely give it a look, read the reviews, read the full description of every little thing that it covers. And I mean, it's a great tool to have. It's one of those things where it's better to have it. It's better to have it and not need it than to not have it and need it. Because eventually, as much as, you know, Toyota is reliable, it has a history of being reliable, one day you're going to wake up, you're going to go and start your truck, and that beautiful little check engine light is going to come on. And that's just something that you're just not prepared for, but eventually it will happen, and it will happen to everyone watching this video eventually. So this tool, being under $100, is good value for being able to read and let you know exactly what's going on. And if you have any codes or you're tired of staring at that check engine light, you don't need to use duct tape to cover it up. You can clear all the codes with this device, which is super great. So overall, yes, I do recommend this product. There is a link in the description if you want to check it out. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.